Okay. Welcome everybody to Peaks and Valleys. It's been a while. I know. I'm sorry. We've tried to do our best to do our due diligence into to having safe social distance practices while at the same time trying to find a way to shit to do the show to do the show and to do our thing, like working and living our actual lives. So I'm so happy to announce the good news, the great news actually, that I found our missing boy, our summer sweet child, Martin Aguero. Everybody, he is back. Say hello to the people, Martin Aguero.
I have returned.
Yeah. Oh my God. It is so good to hear your voice again, man. Like, it's literally been months.
Oh, let's see. If I go back to our schedule, since May? Like the end of May? Oh man.
Yeah. That's the last time. That was the last time we did the show, right?
Well, that was the last time you had me on. You had Zach on afterwards.
I did have Zach on
That was
afterwards.
June 27th.
And I was so bummed out that I didn't get to have you be there.
So
because what was that?
It didn't work out just because it was Father's Day, the day that you were recording.
Yeah.
So I already had stuff planned out, so it didn't work out. And then we're in the middle of a pandemic, so there's a lot of stuff not working out in our favor.
So many things going against us, but I'm not going to let that bring me down. I'm not going to let that tear down what we built so much, Martin.
Yeah, we have a foundation of 8 episodes. We got to build on that more, you know?
We do. We're 8 episodes in already. We can't fucking band out now. It's just not in the cards.
We have to at least get to 10. If we get to 10, I'll be satisfied.
like Tarantino, he's satisfied with just 10 movies. That'd be hilarious. So how have you been, buddy? How's the life treating you during this crazy time?
I'm holding it. I'm working from home again, so there's that.
Yeah, they had you at office, and then now that they just sent you back home.
So I started working from home back in like March or so. And then I went back to the office at like the beginning of June, and that whole month I was at the office. And then towards the end of like June, beginning of July, they were like, okay, we want less people because Arizona is going up and up, just up in cases and COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
And I can do all of my stuff from home. So I was like, okay, I'm going home. I'm going to work from there. And I don't know, at least for the foreseeable future, I'm here. I really don't know when I'm going back.
They didn't tell you anything?
Well, no, but like, I still go back when I can't do something here. So like,
oh, okay.
If I've had to record something for them on camera and I can't do it from home, I've been over there.
Back and forth, right?
Yeah, I've been back and forth, but the majority of it has been at home, which I'm not complaining. I'm okay with it.
It's kind of what we were used to now for the past 6 months.
Yeah, so I've been home, and then I heard the news that you got tested, right?
Yes, I did. I did get in that nice transition there, by the way.
So tell me about it, because I don't know what, they stick it like 10 feet up your nose?
Yeah, so you saw the picture that I sent you, right?
I did, yes, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. So, like, for me on my end, like, it's been kind of hectic here at my place because both my folks have been not feeling so great. They've been actually a little under the weather. And it's not like the typical, like, are, like, they sick with COVID. Like, no, my dad, he's been having stomach problems. And my mom, she's just stressed the fuck out. But like there was a day where she woke up and she could not stop yakking. Like she just puked and puked and puked all day. It was heart concerning. It was concerning. It was disconcerting about that this was all going down. Like both my parents were under the weather. Like we had to take my dad to the hospital twice, to the ER, to check to see if everything's okay. And then
so how did that go? Because about a week ago, I took my dad to like urgent care. And anything that's like urgent care, hospital, like only one person's allowed in, or like guest. Like there's like no guest.
Yeah, they won't accept you. They'll just only accept the person who's in need to go to the hospital, and that's how it was. Like we just dropped my dad off in the front building, and like they took him in, and they give him tests, I guess, and I'm pretty sure they isolate him, and he hasn't said anything, but like they isolate him, and they run their diagnostics, and then they send him back. Like he was only there for like maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then he comes. Like we went to pick him back up, but it's like at this point, like I was getting concerned. So I know my parents are too stubborn to even consider testing, but I'll get tested because like if they have it, then I definitely have it, and vice versa, right? So I was like, all right, just gonna set an appointment because I was intending to do so anyways in the first place, just to see, what like if I did have, because I did go to a party like in early March, full of people, and this was prime COVID time when it was like just before it was about to like explode and hit the entire nation. So I was like, I might have contributed to the community spread of the pandemic.
Did you do just the testing, or is it like the antibody one, or it's like
No,
did you have antibodies?
I did not get the antibody test yet. I am going to do that, but I just got the diagnostic test first, just to see if I still have it or if I got it recently. I know they just recently found out that you could get this again, or you could have it and not get rid of it for weeks to months on end. So
Yeah, there's a lot where it's like you get it and you might recover, but then there's symptoms that kind of just stay a little bit longer.
Yeah, they linger, and you're still shedding it. Like it may like no longer be active, but it's still in your system. So I was wondering, like, maybe I should just get this, see where we're at, and that's like the first step in my plan. Now the second step is getting the test results back, regardless of
how long has it been?
It's been 2 weeks, Martin. I got this on a Monday on let's see, I got this on the first Monday of the month. So on August 2nd, that's when I got this thing. And I still haven't got my test results back. So no, the 27th. I'm sorry. It was late July. I got it on late July. And it's been over 2 weeks. So that's crazy. They have yet to give me, like, I have yet got hear a word from them. And I remember going, and it was a line. It was like I waited for at least like maybe not that long, for like 10, 15 minutes compared to like hours on end that most people are waiting. So it was figuratively quick than normal. But the thing is, this test was different. Like, instead of them putting the typical swab down my nostril and spinning my brains out and taking it out in one nostril, I had to do both nostrils. And instead of them doing it, I had to do it to myself. So they give me like they pass down a cart which has like information of like what to expect after the test, but then inside that pamphlet is the test itself. And it's just like a little plastic thing that you have to peel on both sides, and it's a swab. And this swab is a little different than most swabs. It's not your nice smooth cottony little swab. This thing is prickly. It's got like small little spines around it. Like, you could definitely see the texture where it's like it looks weird, and it looks like it's not going to be pleasant if you stick in your nose. And they had me do that. They had me put it in my nostril fairly deep, not all the way in like they normally do, but fairly deep. And then I had to circle it, like swirl it, like for like 15 seconds. Stop, take out the same swab, and put it in my other nostril for like another like 10 to 15 seconds. And like, it was, I wouldn't say it was like agony, but it wasn't really comfortable. But I know I probably got away. No, it wasn't pleasant, but I'm pretty sure it was less painful than the usual way. So still, I got a little watery eyed, and after I was done, I put that shit back in and put it in its pamphlet, and then rolled it back on the cart to them. without getting out of my car, and just left. Like that was that, and it's crazy. And then they told me to expect within 6 to 10 days, and it's been over 10 days. So I'm just waiting, and until then, I cannot get a serology test because, like, what would be the point? I mean, maybe I could get it anyway, but it would just be weird. Like, what was the point of getting a regular test then? So we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, I'm
The whole
more
process has
interested.
been weird.
Yeah, I'm more interested in the like saliva one that they've been rolling out.
Yeah,
You
the
you just
antibody
spit.
one.
No, it's the COVID test, but instead of swabbing your nose, you just spit into like a tube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my sister goes to ASU, and before class starts, she has to get tested. And
Oh,
the saliva one is I think an ASU like created test, or they handle that. So that's what she did.
okay.
But I'm more interested that hopefully that rolls out and that becomes useful.
Like it seems like it would be a more faster, quicker test.
Well, yeah, you just spit into a tube.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like what you said, like 15 minutes. They figure it out.
Oh, I don't know how long it takes for like the results to come in. I just know you just spit into like the tube, Like you don't have to stick it up your nose.
Right. It's just spit and then that's it.
Yeah, just a lot easier, I guess.
I would assume that kind of test it's like it's not as sensitive, but at the same time it probably like you get quicker results. You get a
You
quicker
might
turn
be.
time.
I haven't looked into the exact details of it. I just know that's something that's out there.
Right. Well, crazy, man. Yeah, like it's funny because like when I was in that getting that test, I had the slight fucking presence of mind to like just think, what if I just fuck up this entire test right here, right now?
Because you're the one that's doing it, right? Like they're not doing
Yeah.
it for you.
They're not doing it for me. So like, what's stopping from like me just putting it all up in my nose and just going, just like fucking, just just fucking, just going ham on my nose, dude. Just like fucking digging for boogers and.
Or like if you have one of those like sensitive ones and you start to bleed, you get like a nosebleed because you put it in too far.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, like I was just thinking that like straight up go all Eric Andre on that shit and just do something so unpredictable. Like they just be like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I had that thought. For a second, I had that thought. I was just gonna like go like, yo, you want me to circle it, huh? You want me to circle it? I'm just gonna and just go all crazy and they'll just be like, okay, this dude's a fucking weirdo, But but no, I did it right. But I swear, like I should do a skit on that shit, like because testing right now is a fucking joke in Arizona, and they should be ashamed of themselves. But anyways, like yeah, that's the craziness of this thing, man. We've gone from worrying about how film happens to how in the world is film going to continue in this world, and where is its place at right now? Because actually the place where it is right now is on VOD because it's not showing in theaters because of course the fucking pandemic, and it's caused to a blockbuster-less summer, as I like to title it, Martin, and it's really something.
Yeah, so all these big movies that are supposed to come out, the summer and even the spring too, because you had this starting like in March, April.
Yeah.
Are just not coming out because you can't watch them in theaters.
Yeah, all the movies that were supposed to come out March and April didn't, and those were the ones that went on VOD, right?
Well, there's like each movie has kind of done its own thing. Some have just pushed it back, and some are just going straight to VOD because they don't want to push it back any farther, I guess.
Yeah. So like what was the first one we were talking about? Was to
name a few.
Okay, go for it.
The Quiet Place Part 2 is supposed to come out March 8th.
Yeah.
They've just pushed it back to next year, April 23rd next year.
Ah.
So
did it next year.
Yeah, and then same with
Delay.
Black Widow is the other big
Yeah,
one.
that was a huge one.
That one, I guess, is pushed back till November. But even then, I don't know if they will be able to get that.
Did we mentioned Top Gun? Did that get pushed back next year too?
So according to what I have pulled up, that's July 2nd of next year.
Okay, so everything, just pretty much what we're gonna have is a blockbuster times 2 next year, if things go well next year, even because we may be in the same situation that we are now for next year too.
It's a possibility, yeah.
So
And
that's crazy.
you may have some of these big ones for the fall season as well, as Black Widow is for November, is what they currently have it
Okay.
set for.
Uh huh.
Wonder Woman 1984 is October 2nd.
Oh wow. That was
Uh,
supposed to be a big one too.
yeah, that's another big one.
I know
So, like,
Tenet. Tenet got is they're gonna show it this year. Like they have a weird fucking plan. Did you read about that?
so what I'm seeing here is that they're gonna start internationally, I guess, and then come into the
Yeah.
states in select cities. So
Crazy.
yeah,
Crazy. Because this country has been so entitled to get all the fucking big ones first. To get all the exclusives. And then they go international.
yeah, and then I mean, the ones that are October and November, so Black Widow and Wonder Woman, like
Yeah.
I don't know if they can actually get those months to show in theaters.
Right.
So those you might see pushed back again, or I don't know how much you can push back a movie because they might just go straight VOD if they can't show it in theaters.
Yeah, because they're losing money not showing it. And
Yeah.
like people want to see it in movies, and the movie industry wants to show it in theaters so bad, but it's so tricky because movie theaters are probably the most unsafe place to be during a pandemic.
Well, you're inside of an enclosed space.
Yeah.
Near so many people.
Right next to, like, and that's my next question is, like, how do movies plan on opening up? Are they gonna like close like 5 or 6 seats between people, like, and then
It's-
like if
I don't know. It just depends how the rest of the year goes, really.
yeah, for
'Cause
sure.
if you can get it under control, even then, I don't know if you can fully open up again. Then at that point, you're going backwards.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a tricky line to walk on.
I mean, definitely human health is the priority, and any risk shouldn't be worth going to see a movie that you could probably just wait till you watch at home, right?
Well, I'm kind of curious how naturally like the public is gonna, I guess, adjust to this. Is like, let's say there's a vaccine and then everything goes back to normal, right?
Yeah.
Are people just are you gonna get less attendance at a movie theater just because they've gotten used to video on demand and getting all the movies through there instead of having to go out and be at a movie theater? Or
Yeah.
well, maybe there's some public fear that I don't want to go out to that crowded space and watch a movie when I can do it from home.
Yeah, because there's still COVID out there, even though there's a vaccine, it's still out there.
Yeah, like I'm curious how this is gonna affect them afterwards, and how the public is gonna feel about movie theaters, I guess.
Yeah, like what do you think is gonna happen, Martin? What do you think might be the future of the movies?
I don't know. It's a tough one. I feel like I don't know. I feel like just overall public events might see a dip initially, because this is so new, I guess. But
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a $1 million question. Is that even if they get the okay from, the people in charge to open up, will people actually go?
That's my thoughts exactly. Like I think you'll have a combination of both. You'll see people who are just excited and things are open, and there'll be those who have like got vaccinated and feel comfortable enough to go. But then there'll be a other half that just didn't do it yet and are just still like on the mend and won't show up. And either way, like you said, it's gonna hurt it's gonna have an economic impact in theaters, to the point where maybe a good few of them might close. So we might not see or might not have as many theaters as we did, which
Or
sucks.
what you might see is that a lot of theaters start transitioning to the drive-ins.
Ooh, we're on a fucking roll with these transitions, dude.
Because man, the drive-ins are making a comeback.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. I just can't help myself. I can't handle it anymore. So, to the audience that's confused, normally we just fucking just wing it. And this time around, we actually went in and had a plan. And
We did our homework this time.
Yeah, we did a pre-plan, and we have notes on what we're going to talk about. And we're just, I didn't expect our transitions to like knock out of the park this well. This is amazing.
That's what happens when you pre-plan. You can transition now.
Listen up, President of America. This is what happens when you have a plan. Things go better. Oh shit, dude, that was so good. That was such a good fucking segue, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm sorry to ruin it. I'm sorry to ruin it.
We're all good.
Yeah, like the block. Yeah,
But
you're
the
right.
drive-ins are coming back.
They are coming back with a vengeance.
Well, I mean,
Good movie, by the way.
in this environment, I guess it makes sense that drive-ins are kind of coming back.
Yes,
'Cause
I mean it makes lots of sense.
You're in your car. You're away from, like, strangers that you don't know.
Yeah,
So, it works out for the world we're in right now.
like it's kind of crazy how we're just going back to basics and going old school because like out of necessity we're finding out that the things back then were actually quite pleasant, and the only reason why they're gone is because of our constant need for convenience and being pampered, right? Like nothing beats being indoors in a big theater system. But if you actually take the effort to go with your family, who I'm assuming you're with now most of the time, just take your family out in your car, and then watch the big screen outside. It's a different experience.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the big thing is that you're not next to any strangers that you don't know, right?
Exactly.
So it's not like a movie theater where you go and like you have this seat that you picked out, but you don't know who's gonna sit next to you unless it's like you have friends or family with you.
Right.
So it's this whole, you don't want to get sick, or you want to have all these safety precautions.
No.
And you can do that a lot easier if a drive-in compared to an actual just movie theater.
Yeah, some drunk asshole with his beer next to you and he's leaning his big arm on your fucking shoulder rest. You don't have to worry about that. You're right. That's great fucking a brainstorming there.
And then here's the big news about drive-ins that I want to get your opinion on.
For sure, shoot.
So Walmart is getting into the drive-in business. Are you gonna go watch a movie at Walmart?
Of course they are. They see the big. They want part of that pie. Go ahead. You're still asking your question?
No, I'm just asking you. Like, if Walmart, if the Walmart near your house is doing a drive-in, are you gonna go to Walmart and watch a movie there outside?
I'm first gonna see if there are any local drive-ins that have been a mainstay. I'm gonna look for them first, and see like the showings there, and I'll take a bit extra that gas and inconvenience for those venues. But should necessity call, yes, I probably would most likely for as a second option go to a Walmart drive-in, depending on how they like execute this. Like I mean, they're known for shopping and shit. I'm pretty sure they could do it. It's not that hard, but like, how would they do? Like, would they make part of their parking lots have a drive-in, or would it be like a specific drive-in, like an actual venue, like they do have it normally? That's my weird question.
I think it's just in their parking lot. So I'm assuming after I mean, like the store has to close. You can't do this while the store is open.
Right. So, I'm sorry. So, like, after you get finished buying your groceries and produce along with your fucking tools needed, you can just skip to the other side of the parking lot and watch fucking a quiet place.
Well, maybe because what they're doing now is that if you go to like Walmart, like usually there's two entrances.
Yeah.
On like opposite sides of the store.
Yeah, mine has like multiple entrances.
Yeah, but now they've closed them down and just have one open. And I think just so they can count how many people are going in and out. So
yeah,
most of the people are parking on that side where it's open. So
okay.
I'm assuming on the side where it's closed and there's no one parking there, that's where they can do it if they want to keep the store open. Because
I mean, there's give and take to that. Like there's negative and positive because you got people coming in to watch a movie, and B, like you're kind of squeezing down you're like the amount of people coming in. Like you're even though you're taking away one an entrance, that's still not limiting the amount of people coming in. So you might fucking what do they call it? Like pressure or like squeeze, have like a squeeze effect.
like you can only fill up so much because the other side is used for the store, I guess. I don't know.
I'm wondering if that's because to limit numbers of people coming to Walmart.
I don't know. I'm curious if they're trying to get people that are going to go watch movies to buy snacks at the store, and just
That's another way.
Because they can do that.
That's what they will do that. They would do that. That's fucking Walmart. They're a conglomerate. Of course they would. It's money grumpy bastards.
Here, I have their website up, so let me give you some more information on this.
Yeah, go for it. What's the 411?
Let's see the big one. So tickets are free. You don't have to pay anything for it.
Oh wow.
But you have to request them in advance.
Huh.
So you basically have to like reserve your spot, I guess.
Interesting. So how do they expect to make their income? Like you would go to inside the Walmart afterwards, or? That's weird, but interesting nonetheless. Anything else in there?
Okay, so this first thing on the website is that this is a pop-up event touring the country.
The country. They're going not international, but they're going national.
So reading that, I'm guessing they have this mobile like movie theater and they're going from Walmart to Walmart around the country doing like a drive-in.
Oh, so it's like a tour.
Yeah, like it's not permanently going to be at your Walmart, but they might stop by one day and you can go watch it, I guess, is what I'm assuming based off reading that.
Okay. Well, that makes it way more interesting because it's like a one-time thing, like an actual tour. Like people will want to come and see. That drive-in.
If they're going to go to your local Walmart and show Spider-Man, it's only going to be that one day because then the next day they're going to go to a different Walmart.
Yeah. Makes sense. Wow, interesting marketing move there, Walmart. Not condolences. My respects. My respects to them there.
Which I guess makes sense because you're doing that. You would only affect one Walmart at a time, I guess.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't affect your business that much, I guess.
It's a big event.
I'll see.
We'll see how that goes. Sounds interesting.
They have listed here that it's a family event, so no beer, no alcohol, nothing of that kind.
Oh well, I mean, they're trying to get like the old 40s, 50s kind of feel. I get it. I mean, theaters were before like the whole rise of having beer and the bars at your theaters. It was more of a family event. Like you get a popcorn, a Coke, some snacks maybe, and then watch the movie. Like that's that. So I mean, it makes sense, man. That's a good marketing. I see who the demographic that they're marketing to. They're marketing to the parents with their kids who are cooped up because they're in isolation, and they just want to get those people out and spending their money or coming to see the show. That's a good move. Good move. That's crazy. Fucking Walmart.
And here's the big news.
What's that?
There are none in Arizona. So you can't go anyways. Unless you want to go like out of state, man.
Oh.
Like
Aww.
looking at this map they have on their website, it seems like a majority of it is like the East Coast or like in like the South, basically. So
yeah, they saw Arizona. Was like, yeah, no, we're not, we're not going there.
yeah, like there's one pin in our location, but I think that's New Mexico. So
Fuck.
yeah, it looks like you're not gonna be able to do it here.
Yeah, they're like, fuck that. That place is contagious.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they have a bunch in like Florida, and they're worse off than us. So
Oh, they're going to Florida and not
yeah,
here?
there's
Fuck
a ton
that.
in Florida. So I don't know exactly what their criteria is for picking locations.
That's just East Coast bias right there. That you know more than anyone, Martin, that's been a problem in America is the East Coast bias. As a sports fan, you'd understand. Like ESPN shows all the fucking highlights of all the East Coast teams, but none of the West teams, even if they're really good, unless you're the Lakers
Or the Dodgers.
Or the Dodgers. Yeah.
Basically, if you're in California, you'll be shown.
Yeah, you'll be shown, but nowhere else in between. That's some bullshit. You know that's bullshit, Mark. But whatever.
You know what is bullshit?
What is?
Paying $30 to watch Mulan.
I should have saw that coming.
Okay.
I'm fucking dying.
That was just my transition though, because I will during this segment I will argue that $30 is not bad for that price movie price.
So we were talking about that, like Mulan and some other movies that came out are hefty fees. Like $19 isn't nothing to fucking cough at, even during an inflation period. It's still quite some money to pay for a movie.
Just to give some background for people who may not be aware.
Yeah, go for it.
So Disney was doing a live action version of Mulan, which was supposed to be in theaters this summer. Obviously, It's not because of COVID.
Obviously.
It's been delayed multiple times, but it's still not in theaters.
Yeah.
So on Tuesday, they announced that they're just going to put it on Disney Plus, and it's $29.99.
Would this be the first in-movie purchase that you'd have to like legit buy from Disney Plus? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because you need a Disney Plus subscription to even try and purchase it. So that's $7 right there.
Yes, yeah. So on top of the $7 to $13, depending on the subscription package you got, you'd have to add another $30 just to see this new movie. Now tell me, Martin, why is this a good price?
Okay, I'm not saying it's a good price. I'm just saying it's reasonable.
Okay.
Because when I heard this, I thought it was $29.99 for like a rental. And if that was the case, yeah, that's absurd for just a rental of the movie.
Yeah.
But they've announced that it's a digital purchase.
So it's for keeps.
Yeah, so once you pay for it, it's yours forever. You can go back on your Disney Plus and watch it whenever you want.
Okay. So it's pretty much kind of like buying a Blu-ray movie.
That's what I'm saying. If you go to Walmart or Best Buy, mostly they're between $25, $30, maybe $20. Like it's
depending on. No,
yes,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
If you go buy it at the store, it's not that far off from what you would pay. I'm saying it's just what I'm saying.
Yeah, like depending on like because they have like the 4K ones and like the extra special feature packages. Yeah, like they can cost a lot.
Yeah, so I'm saying like if you were planning on buying this when it came out on Blu-ray anyways,
right,
it's probably going to be the same price than what Disney Plus is charging. So
it makes sense. It's still
like,
a
it's
hefty
steep.
price to ask. Yeah, it's to ask anybody. Like I get it. It's new. It was supposed to be in the theaters, and they're still going to lose money from this an insane amount, lots of amounts. I mean, I know Disney's actually going through a financial bind, and if any company goes through a financial bind, especially Disney, then we're in the shitter. But yeah, so that's crazy.
Just to give you an example, 1917 on Blu-ray. It retails for $24.99 at Best Buy, so that's a difference of what, like $5?
Give and take some taxes.
Yeah, and actually it's on sale right now for $14.99, but the retail price is $24, $24.99. So it's not too far off.
Got you. I mean, so there you have it, folks. Like, if you want to spend that money on watching Mulan, if you really want to see Mulan without Mushu and have a more serious take on this tale, then you have to cough up $30 on top of the subscription to see it. Like, it's really up to the user, really.
Yeah, and it's still going to show in theaters for the markets that don't have Disney Plus.
Right.
Because I guess there's some markets in the country or in the world that still don't have access to Disney Plus, so those are just going to get a theater release.
I would assume so. I would assume it would be the ones with the countries that have done really good job on containing the pandemic.
So my question is, if this does really well, so like, if in terms of like money wise, if people purchasing this on Disney Plus does really well, is this maybe something they just do going forward?
I would only have an assumption that it would be. It would be part of the movie going experience. Like, you can see it in theaters. Like, it's already been doing thing. Even before the pandemic, you saw Netflix do this. They would have a theatrical release for their movie for like maybe a couple weeks or so, and then bring it onto Netflix. I could see that being a permanent thing now. Like, I saw that happening. Like, that was going to be a thing anyways. This is just kind of fucking accelerated the pacing. So, although I feel in my heart that the movie theaters won't go away permanently or exactly, there will be other options for you, how you consume your entertainment. And that's just the way how it's going to go. And, like, personally, because I grew up just watching movies in the theaters, I have a special place in my heart, but I know that's not everybody, especially kids nowadays who are grown up and used to watching movies at home. A theater is just an inconvenience to them, even though it's got the cool fucking big screen and nice sound. It's like, you have to like get your ass in the car, pay money for gas if you don't have any, or use up gas, and then purchase a $10 to $20 ticket, depending on where you're going to go see it at, and then get popcorn, and then go to your seat, like you said, next to some sweaty asshole who's taking up your fucking arm resting space, when really the other alternative is the comfortability of your own home. That sounds a lot more enticing to people, even if it's not a big theater.
Does that happen to you often?
Why does it?
Where you go to a movie theater and someone takes your armrest because you're really just playing off it, man.
Does it make it sound that way?
I don't know. It seems like it happens to you all the time.
I've had some experiences, let me tell you, and it's funny because it's usually people that I know, because it's either friends or family. Oh, no disrespect. It's just like it's how like I get my dad takes my armrest all the fucking time when we're at the movies. I swear. Like he uses up all the armrest. And I'm like, yo, like there's enough room for both of us. You ain't gotta fucking lounge out like this. Come on, Pops. give me some room here. and it happens. But the thing is, yeah, like I've had some experiences where like ever since theaters did this whole bar thing now, like where you can purchase like fucking alcohol, there's just a lot more drunks that are burping and just their nasty ass fucking breath next to me, and I hate it so much. Yeah, it ruins the experience for me.
You have no control of that if you're in a public setting like a theater. Where at home,
exactly,
it's your home setting. You can have control over that. So
exactly.
Here's some more information just to go about this whole Mulan and Disney Plus thing.
Yeah.
So the new Trolls movie was released back in April. As a $20 rental. So like if you buy Mulan, it's a purchase. It's yours forever.
But Trolls?
The Trolls movie, when they released it on video on demand back in April, it was $20 just to rent it.
See, that's unacceptable.
But here's the thing, though. In the first 3 weeks, they made more money than the first Trolls movie made in theaters in the first 5 months.
Oh wow.
just
So
off those rental
that
fees.
data kind of argues against my thought of them not making money if they do this for digital.
And the thing is, that was a rental. Like this is a purchase, so that's probably gonna bring more people on to do that at home.
Oh, this and then those results will definitely get the movie industry from making this a thing from here on out. From making it a
Yes.
permanent. Anything that makes more money will be a mainstay no matter what, because people got to pay the bills, and times now more than ever, like to make as much money now is a big deal. It's priority number one. So
And
go ahead.
Disney has come out and said that this whole Mulan thing is just a one-off. They don't plan on doing it again.
Bullshit.
But I mean, if Black Widow's gonna get pushed back,
No, they're gonna do it.
eventually that's gonna go on video on demand. They'll charge $30, probably make a ton of money that way too.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting.
No, you gotta fucking you got a reason there, a good reason there, and you're right. It's gonna be here to stay, especially if it's making that much money. If Trolls just made that money, who are about from the idiot? It made money off of idiots who are willing to shove off that much money, just so their kids can see this. And it's not even a good fucking movie. I hated Trolls. I saw Trolls. It was stupid. I had to watch it.
It was a rental too, so you're paying $20 to rent it. It's not yours. You don't own it.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That's crazy. I don't know.
That is crazy. Man, I don't know. I feel like you're taking $10 of those $20 and throwing it half of that away in the trash. Like, and this is someone who makes movies, who wants to make movies for a living. Spending that much money on a rental makes no fucking sense. So I mean, they found a market where they can shimmy off these people's finances. So, I mean, good move on their part.
The theaters are closed, so what's your other option?
Yeah, what's your alternative? Make a movie yourself, maybe. I don't know. No,
I guess you could do that too.
I actually did that. During this pandemic. I don't know if you saw. I made a little music video.
I think I did watch it.
Yeah,
you in the desert and you take your mask off.
Yeah.
Okay. I did watch it. Yes.
Yeah, I did that. I had to do something. It was a point where I was like, I gotta film something, anything. Like I'll do whatever. And I just had this idea of just like, cause I recently purchased this this EP album of one of my favorite bands, and the song was just like, oh, this is so fucking good. I gotta make a music video, and so I just did it during like the June heat, and honestly, it felt so good. It was cathartic, and yeah, like during that time, like I was actually arguing, like not arguing, but I was like conflicted with myself. Like, should I add a scene where I take off my helmet, or leave it on for the next one, or should I just like? So it was back and forth with that, but like I wanted just to do it anyway, just because that entire view of that valley area where I was like, it was just so beautiful. Like I had to like kind of gaze upon it without a mask, just to see behind, what my face is and what my expressions are. It's like it was supposed to be, I'm not a really good actor, but it was supposed to be a different, like a combination of solitude and like awe, like just kind of a little bit of sad, but like seeing the grandiose of things, or just how small I am. It's so stupid. It's really gay, but
I think
like,
I think once you post this episode on YouTube, you should provide a link in the description for it.
I will. I'll put a link there.
People can go watch it.
We didn't get to talk too much about the last episode where I had Zach in it.
Yeah.
And like that was such a shitty fucking episode from like not the podcast itself, not the interview itself, but
so
like technically speaking, I had the thing on, I had the fucking mixer on, and it looked fine from like seeing the bars, like seeing the like on Audacity. It looked fine, but then like when I went back to review it, I'm like, where am I? Like I couldn't hear myself. And I'm like, shit, did the microphone even pick me up? And I realized that my microphone wasn't even on at that time. I don't know how, but it just wasn't, and I fucked up. And then I heard Zach peak, and I'm like, why is he like peaking? And I had to like up the volume even more so you could hear me on the other end talk from the opposite side of the room, because like he was on the couch on the other end of the office, and I'm here like right next to the desktop. So it was like, oh man. So I had to try my best to edit that fucker in a way where it wasn't too invasive, but it still sounds terrible. But it was like for such a good session too, because like Zach pretty much nailed a lot of like his like our attitude and our mentality of the movie industry, and about how you go about making movies as an independent filmmaker, and how like it's not easy doing this shit, because like you're always facing the competition, and how the competition just doesn't want to give you a chance, because that's a risk on their part from losing money themselves. So it's crazy. It's like how it's just the whole perspective of the dog eat dog world, and having that mentality of just trying to do it anyway was a great fucking talk.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to listen to it, it's the latest episode. They talk about all that stuff. You and Zach go over Left in Black.
We did watch Left in Black, but I'm thinking maybe we should do it again, me and you, because just how like kind of messed up it was. And while we watch it, kind of like I'll edit in the like the sound bites of what Zach said on certain parts. And I think that'd be cool. Like for the next episode, I think we should still watch, you and me watch Left in Black.
Yeah, I mean, if we do that, it prolongs us having to watch my stuff. So I'm all good for that. That is okay with me, man.
You don't have to dread that shit. Yeah, man. Because besides, like, it kind of makes it feel like as if Zach is with us, because you weren't there with us the last episode, and that sucked. You see what happens? You're gone for one episode, and everything just gets fucked up. That's what happens. I've learned my lesson now.
Oh man,
I've learned my lesson to not have an episode when you're not on, even if you're super busy. I'll wait for you this time, because look what happened. You got super busy. You couldn't get on. You went missing. I didn't hear from you in weeks, nearly months. And then the rise in the fucking pandemic just started to max out again, and everything went to shit. So it was all my fault. All that was my fault for being greedy and trying to get in Zach as soon as possible and not waiting.
Well,
so
I mean, I don't blame you, because Zach lives in Chicago, right?
Yeah, he was here for a thing, and he's like, I'm coming in Arizona. Did you want to like do like a session or something? And I'm like, I bit at the fucking opportunity. I should have just said, nah, we'll wait next time, but I couldn't help myself, Martin.
Hey, well, you know what happens. I don't know.
Well, now I know. Next time, you're going to be in it or whatever. And I'm thinking like next episode, well, not next episode, but the episode after, we should have another guest somehow. Like try to get them to talk to us from where they're at. We just need to find someone who has like a PC of some sort who can record their audio.
Just download Skype on your phone. You can join us that way. I don't know.
Maybe. Like he's still got to record audio.
There's many ways to do it.
There are. Just need to find out who. And like if you guys got any votes, those who like those of our friends who are listening, let me know.
Audience of 1 or 2 people that are
audience. I believe our audience kind of spiked up a bit. Now we're averaging 4 people. So of the 4 to 5 people,
I think
we're listening.
Me and you don't count, so maybe it's just 2.
Damn it!
Okay,
always gotta steal my thunder.
Unfortunately,
yeah. So
I don't have a good transition for
no. The transitions have ran out. We ran through all our notes here, and I think this is probably where we should probably end our show.
Well, we got a few more things.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hold up. So I kind of ventured off while you were talking.
Okay.
And I found this. So something that maybe we haven't realized is that, let's say theaters open up, right?
Uh-huh.
AMC, Harkins, all that stuff. They have to have these new rules and guidelines in place for keeping stuff clean.
Oh,
That's
yes,
going to
yes.
cost more money.
Definitely.
So if it costs more money for them to stay open, they're going to start charging more for tickets and food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you see a rise in prices for movie theaters, do you think that's going to kind of help? Well, not help, but that's going to lead to more people just staying home and doing the
Yeah.
VOD stuff?
Unfortunately, I do. I really do. Like we're creatures of habit and convenience, and anything that inconveniences us, most of the majority are just not gonna go through with that, and charging us more money for an already expensive ticket is just not gonna help the movie theaters industries resolve. It's not gonna help them out at all. It's not gonna help their case, and it's unfortunate, but I do think that will that's gonna be a thing. And people are just gonna go, no, it's too much. I can just spend this much money and just stay at home in my home theater.
Yeah,
And that's
so
just how it's
there's
gonna be.
this article I have pulled up is the CEO of AMC has already kind of said that you could see rising prices just because when they open up, you got to do all this sanitation and all this other stuff. So that's another thing to think about.
Well, hold up here. Like, first of all, to the CEO, you should already have sanitizing tools and utilities for for your venues to begin with. Like, it shouldn't take a fucking pandemic for you to say, all right, let's get extra clean here. That shouldn't already been a thing in the beginning. And that's my other pet peeve about theaters is people are so fucking unsanitary. The bathrooms, the amount of men I see after shaking their nasty wee-wees and not washing their hands is disgusting. It disgusts me so much, Martin. I see it all the time when I used to go to the theaters, and it's just so. You're a grown-ass man. Like, I'm talking about men in their 30s, 40s, and older, not fucking washing their hands. It's terrible, and it's a bad representation of not just men in general, but just as humans. Like, be clean, goddammit. This is part of the reason why we're here, is because most of you idiots just don't know how to fucking clean up after yourselves because you grew up so lazy. And I'm sorry to go on a tangent.
Well,
but
I mean,
that's another thing that will push back.
You realize movies. What that means, Ed.
What does that mean, Martin?
Someone went to the bathroom. They didn't wash their hands. They go back to their seat, which is next to yours, and you guys have to share that armrest.
Man. Oh, Martin, you just fucking you sent me, dude. All these years, man. I guarantee you about at least 40% of the people I sat next to did not wash their fucking hands and put their shit, just their nice, nasty, grubby hands all over that seat that I was next to them.
The armrest, dude.
Oh, no. Like, I'm surprised I don't even have COVID right now. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case then. If I didn't even have another flu. It's disgusting. Yeah, that should be a product, like a thing already of going the extra mile of cleaning your bathrooms and having not just just one person or janitor cleaning your restroom, but just like regularly sanitizing everything from those small corners of the fucking waiting lines of the lobby to the giant end parts of the theaters. It's really should have been a thing already, and I hope now more than ever they realize that. But I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, and people went back to old habits, because old habits die hard.
Well, speaking of things that should have already been a thing.
God, I'm such a negative Nancy. I'm sorry to just interrupt, but I'm just such a negative. I'm sorry. Let's let this on a positive note. But what were you gonna say on what thing?
You mentioned how AMC should already be cleaning.
Yeah.
Well, Detroit should already have a statue of Robocop, man.
You're right. You're fucking right.
Which brings us Martin. To our next bit.
Good fucking good redemption there from not knowing, having another transition to like just this. That was great.
I tried. I try, man.
That was great. But yeah, RoboCop.
So Detroit is getting a statue of RoboCop.
Yes.
And
Yes,
you
finally.
want? Do you know how long this took to get?
Dude, give me all the receipts. Let me know all the info.
Okay, so back in let me see this. Okay, so back in 2011,
Uh-huh.
a user on Twitter suggested to Detroit's mayor that they build a RoboCop statue because for the city of Detroit, their movie icon is RoboCop.
Yeah.
The
Like
same
Rocky
way,
for
yeah,
Philadelphia.
Rocky in Philly, the RoboCop and Detroit. They just that's their icon when it comes
Yeah.
to movies.
Like like I said, when I see Detroit, aside from the grummy streets and the auto industry, another vision comes into my mind as RoboCop. He's just that synonymous with Detroit. Your dog agrees, apparently.
Yeah, I got doggies. You're gonna have to deal with some dogs in the background.
That's fine.
But so yeah, 2011, they suggested, hey, make one.
Wow. And what
Hit the
happened? Did
pause.
they do it?
Hit the pause button. I'm gonna get my
Okay.
dog really quick.
Okay. We're pausing right now. Okay, we're gonna have to do another clap again.
It's gonna be an odd transition in the edit.
It is gonna be odd transition. I got nothing else better to do. So
All right.
all
Count
right.
us down.
One, 2, 3, clap.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, that's good.
All right. So before that interruption,
Before that interruption.
the city of Detroit is getting a statue of RoboCop.
Okay.
So, some background information. Back in 2011, a user on Twitter suggested that Detroit actually get a statue because when you think of movies, Detroit, you always link of RoboCop. The same way you link Philly with Rocky Balboa, you know?
Yeah.
So, I guess a group of guys had a Kickstarter made so they can build a statue.
And
It's just took in 10 years to get it done, man.
so just now they finished this RoboCop statue.
Well, I guess the biggest issues were with copyright and then actually getting the stuff made.
I could see that happening. The rights and shit like that. The movie industry is so fucking. It's just such a pain in the ass when it comes to that shit.
Yeah, and it didn't help because in 2014 they announced that the statue would be revealed that year, and that just never happened.
Oh, so people were hyped and ready for this.
So they hyped it up in 2014. It never came about, and then I guess now they're close to the end. They're almost done. So
Yeah, I see the picture here. Like he's like this giant bronze statue. Like it looks dope.
I'm assuming that's not the final product, but like
I mean,
it may have to do with the color and stuff because it's bronze.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks pretty cool.
And the nice detail, every crevice, from toe to missing head, is there. It's huge. It's fucking like this thing is like at least 15 feet.
Oh yeah, I mean you see the guy that's standing next to
Yeah,
it,
the
and
comparison.
yeah, he's fucking humongous.
Yeah, so holy crap! Like I can see how this took a while. Just building it, crafting it, like the mastery, like the artistry and the masterpiece that needs to, the time that needs to take to make this kind of piece is grand. And then you add in like the other shit. I can understand how it took this long.
So they mention later on in the article, it's 11 feet tall when it's gonna be done. And it weighs about half a ton.
Jeez.
So this thing is big.
Yeah, good for Detroit. I mean, they need something.
I
They
mean,
really needs this,
If I'm ever gonna go visit, I guess I'll look at the RoboCop statue.
dude. For sure, like that would be one of the first things. It's like, first of all, it's why the hell am I in Detroit? But
Yeah,
since I'm here,
like if there's any reason to go, it would be the statue. Otherwise, that just stay away, I guess.
yeah, it's like
Maybe you can go watch a
That's-
Lions game, a football game or something.
maybe, yeah,
Maybe some
like,
sporting events.
it'd be one of those things like if I'm going cross country, and we're like crossing into Detroit, it's one of those. Okay, let's make a pit stop. We have to see RoboCop. They got that going for them now. So good for Detroit.
Good for them.
And congratulations for them getting RoboCop there. Like, I hope to see the statue put in place in all its glory, and just all the pictures and selfies abound. Congrats to them.
Yep.
That's awesome. I'll put a link to the review here.
Yeah, we have
Men's Health did this. Holy shit.
Yeah, we have links to a lot of this, so we'll probably link it in the YouTube description. Any stuff that we reference, we have that all saved.
Yeah.
Which is only possible because we actually did our homework this time.
Yeah.
So good for us.
We should do this more often.
This is probably the most, like, the best
organized.
The most organized and, like, the best this has flown in since we started doing this.
Since we began this.
Yeah.
It's the most organized ever. And it only took, 2 months since our last episode?
Yeah, it took about 8 episodes, yeah.
Yeah. Better late than never, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny. Dude, did you get that picture that I sent you of me, of like our little cartoon characters and me on the ground?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was just making sure you got that.
No, I got it. I was trying to understand what it was.
It's been a meme. I was wondering if you got it. Like, it's been around in meme central. It's the whole. I don't know if you heard about "Are you winning, son?" meme.
Yes. Okay.
So there's now a meme of like, "Are you okay, son?" of the dad walking in, and instead of the son like playing games or shit, he's laying on the ground listening to sad boy music.
I have not seen that. I've seen the original one, but not that one.
Yeah, that's what they've been fucking. That's been the newest one, and it's pretty funny. I'm like, I can do that since we already have like cartoon characters in a way. So why not? So I just had to make one and post it and share it to you because it was just too funny. I was wondering if you'd get it or not.
No, I did. I got it.
All right.
Well, speaking of memes, you know what my new favorite meme is?
What's that?
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Camera, TV
I
show.
love it. I don't know why. It's so stupid. Oh my god.
I gotta add a clip in there now. That shit. Oh, that's too funny. That's been around too, man. That's just hilarious.
I don't know why. It just. Oh god.
No. Well, anyways.
That's
I mean,
that's our president.
That's the president.
That's the
He's not my president, but that's the president. Unfortunately, here.
Sounds like we're wrapping up here.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
before we finish off,
okay.
I just want to mention that season 2 of The Boys is out in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you have Amazon Prime, I highly recommend you watch it.
So you have nothing but good reviews for The Boys.
Yeah, there's a few things that kind of bother me, but overall it's a good watch. So yeah, I would say go ahead and watch it.
So I'm definitely gonna have to watch it so we can talk about it now.
Yeah, like if anyone hasn't watched it, it's like it's about superheroes, but they're corrupt. So, when they're out in public, they put on a good face and they're the good guys. But then behind the scenes, they're just assholes. So I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I feel it's got a very like Watchmen kind of feel to it.
Oh, I have to watch that too. I haven't seen that.
Like that's what I'm getting the feel. But yeah, man, you heard it here first, folks. Martin gives The Boys a good review.
Yes, it's good. Season 2 is coming out on like September 4th or 5th, around there. It's only on Amazon Prime, so you got to have that to watch it.
Yeah, I got to get me that Amazon Prime. Got to get back on that shit.
Yeah, unless you want to pirate it, I mean, we're not going to endorse that, but...
Not going to endorse it, but, I mean, if means comes to ends, you know how to get it.
We're just saying if, that's an option, I guess.
That's just an option.
And they've been renewed for season 3, so there's
that good.
There's more coming afterwards, yeah.
There's more coming. It's that good. Well, yeah, man. Well, damn. It's been so good talking to you, Martin. Like, holy shit, dude. It's been a while. So, boys are back in town, ladies and gentlemen, and can't wait to get to do the next episode.
Oh, we'll see how it goes, because when it comes to movie news, I mean, it's kind of slow because there's nothing happening.
Well, yeah,
Like I'm
definitely.
kind of surprised we were able to get this much in terms of movie news.
Yeah, I know, right? Look, the things you could do when you're actually looking into when you're actually looking into shit.
And I'm sure there's some stuff we missed over the past couple months, so we might be able to, if we find it, we'll talk about it, next time.
For sure. And there are some things I got coming in the woodwork, so definitely we'll have to talk about those too.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, like there's the movie industry isn't dead yet. I mean, especially here, the local filmmaking is still, there's still a lot of there's a lot of goings ons, as you would say. Actually, no one says that. It's just really fucking dumb. I just made it up. But there's a lot of people got some things coming down the woodwork, and I am part of it, and we'll talk about that next time. But
yeah, is there anything else you want to mention?
No, I was about to ask you the same thing. There's nothing else, man. Other than it was good to talk to you.
Hey, if I can give a shout out, man.
Go for it.
I saw some of the stuff Broken Bulb has been working on.
Oh, yes.
And
Go for it.
It looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, man.
So if you can,
that night.
Share some more, since you probably know more about it than I do. So yeah, if you can.
Yeah, actually, that's one of the things that I'm actually being involved in is a feature film that's going to be shot somewhere down the line next year, or later this year, of my friend Zachary Trustle's movie That Night, and they created a proof of concept short. Go see it. I'll put up a link here and amongst all the other links, and watch it. Definitely watch it, because I'm going to be a part of this. I'm going to be doing cinematography, and it's going to be during the wintry weeks of Chicago. So that's going to be crazy, but should be fun nonetheless. And yeah, definitely go give them a look-see and help us out shoot this thing. Anything else you got to say, Martin?
I think that's it. I just want to give a shout out to that because it looked good.
Oh, props, bro. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was good to hear from you, Martin. It was great. Thanks. It was great to be back on the podcast again. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, and folks, for hearing us again, and we'll try to be back again as soon as we can. And till then, stay safe, stay healthy, wear your masks.
Please wear a mask. Please wear a mask. It's not that hard. I mean,
wear the fucking mask.
It's a discussion for, I guess, another episode, but it's not that fucking hard.
We'll have to dial and talk about it on some other stories.
I don't know if I want to.
All right, ladies. Later.
Play the music.